Hello everyone, welcome to Alienware and Nvidia GeForce RTX presents Alienware Gaming Saturday. Every single Saturday, there is an excitement that there will be the AWGS where we are going to see a lot of action. And of course, guys, we are once again back with that same exact action. Today we are visiting Mumbai where there is a meet and greet with Hector as well. Make sure to visit that Dell exclusive store in Narasopara. If you are close to it, go ahead, guys, get it done. Meanwhile, let me introduce us. My name is Reda. We do have Bullet on the desk as well. OGs are back, and I guess OG city of Mumbai. The reaction is also going to be on par, is also back.
Well, the OG city of the dreams, and where the actual, I would say, the fruit that you get for all of the hard work that you do, and of course that is going to be the lively and of course the amazing city of Mumbai, where the entire showdown is going to go today for the side of Alienware Gaming Saturdays. But for now, folks, let's take a look at what is going to be exactly at stakes for today's event. And as we all know, there's going to be the prize pool coming up, 40k worth of Amazon vouchers for the entire event. But for our Valorant segment, we have 25k worth of Amazon vouchers for the 2v2 showdown. The winner will take home 15,000 worth of Amazon vouchers, and the runner-up team will take home 10,000 worth of Amazon vouchers. Let me tell you exactly, folks, today again, because there's going to be a new day for AWGS. The entire format has been set down to Valorant TDM, where two teams will battle out each other in a dual format. There's only going to be with just one single elimination brackets in play. There's going to be no more second chances, no more loser brackets, no more double seeded round. So you have only one shot to take that opportunity that you always wanted to have.
And you have to make the most out of it, because if you're managing to win a particular matchup, of course you're going to get promoted to the next particular stage, where again the competition is going to be elevated. Now let's talk about the schedule as well, because we have quite a few amazing, confident and skillful teams coming through from Nala Sopara, and they're trying their level best to get the job done. Interesting, the first two teams are pretty much similar. I think that's a interesting type of situation coming through. Beaters God versus Beaters God. VBMC versus J Boys is going to be the second one. When it comes to the third one, Tintaro versus CGG. Deadeye Esports versus Overdose. Now, I do know what Deadeye can do on the other corner. We have to see what the other seven teams are going to do in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. We have seen Deadeye previously in AWGS as well, when we here at the AWGS for the Mumbai edition. Probably that was the second or third time, and this is probably the fourth time that we are here at this city. So yes, we are definitely gonna see some familiar faces trying to again get up that brawl and take away that first winning prize for themselves. And yes, there will be some new names coming up as well. But again, it's going to be the same storyline that we might going to see some really one-sided affairs coming up from these fine teams battling out for the top tier prize. But also there's going to be a couple of, not exactly I would say a couple of, because for the past 2 weeks we have seen a lot of competitive, and I would say a very non-offensive, sorry, a very offensive kind of like a head-to-head play coming up from both the teams battling out in the single elimination rounds. Also, let me remind you folks, like as Raider told, this entire event is happening right now live at the Dell Exclusive Store located at Nalasopara. Which there is going to be also the meet and greet session happening in with one of the, I would say, the top tier BGMI player when it comes down to the entire Indian circuit, which is going to be of course Hector. So if you are anywhere there nearby to the store, make sure to go say hi, grab some pictures, post them on Instagram, tag Esports Club, tag Alienware. If you want to tag us as well, yes, you can do that as well. But right now, there's going to be some fine teams battling out for the Valorant showdown. And of course, if you also go over there, they can also take a part at the Tekken 8-1 showdown, where there's also like an amazing prize pool of 15k Amazon worth of, sorry, 15k worth of Amazon vouchers. And of course, the first place guy will take home 10k, and the second place guy will take home 5k.
It's going to be pretty interesting, no doubt, in that the way this whole setup is being created and the way we are always learning about new talents coming through from the esports world, or maybe even in the regular world of non-gaming individuals who are just trying their level best in the first matchup that they play for Alienware Gaming Saturday. Every single Saturday, we tend to see similar storylines where we have seen quite a few chaotic matches. One-sided affairs are also being the cases, and at the same point, close cutthroat competition is something that we all strive for, we all wait for. So from the very first matchup, I personally would like to see some close cutthroat games, because if that's the case, trust me, the Mumbai action is going to be very on par. Because if you see the stage one is already competitive, that means that the next following stages are going to be even more challenging, which is going to be interesting for us individuals who are watching the stream or who are just trying to analyze what is happening. But at the same point, for those players who are out there in the store trying to get the 25,000 rupees worth of Amazon vouchers in their name, to be specific, if they win, of course 15, and if they are the runner-up, then it's 10,000 rupees worth of Amazon vouchers. So that stake is going to drive them to the end, and possibly, hopefully, they're going to give their 110%, maybe win their stages, maybe reach out to at least the grand finale. I mean, that's the objective at this point.
100%, man. It also comes down, I would say, in these kind of like semi-land events where you are battling out against with your team against with your with your duel against with some of the fine teams present in your local city. It also comes down to the bragging rights, because this time around we are at the fourth time when we are going down to the Mumbai city, amazing city of Mumbai, and we are hosting this Alienware Gaming Saturday over there, presented by Alienware and hosted by, of course, the Esports Club. So it's going to be also more about the bragging rights that you get, that hey, we are going to win it for the second time, because Deadeye Esports was the title winner for the second time when we went on over there for the Alienware Gaming Saturday. So they might be looking for the fourth one. I didn't saw them playing at the third week from what I have noted on my sheet over here. But yes, we have seen some couple of amazing players from a lot of the teams coming up from it was the side of Bala, it was the side of Zeref, who was there at the last time when we were here at the Mumbai City for AWGS edition. So it was some really again creative names coming up, but it was more of like most of the matches from what I can see, 73 to 50, 100 to 59, 64 to 39. It was more of like a very, I would say, a one-sided domination for like a couple of matches. Actually, more of the matches, only like a set of couple of matches were very wet to like two teams went down to head for a really close affair, like score lines like 56 to 48, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's always fun to watch. I mean, that's kind of a scoreline, that kind of a storyline is always amazing because you do not get a lot of time, you don't get a lot of opportunities. There's a single match that you have to play. Apart from that, it's like somewhere around 9.5 minutes or so. And in that, obviously, the final stage is also not that big. It's like 5 minutes and 43 seconds is all you get in terms of the final stage. Why I'm talking about the final stage? Because that's exactly where the preferable choice of weapons spawn. Like you talk about Vandals, Phantoms, the Operator, and Odins. These are a few weapons that every individual loves to play with. And to be honest, 2v2 is not a mode that has been played a lot. Of course, with respect to the Alienware Gaming Saturdays, we have always seen 2v2 matchups coming through, the actions coming through in maps like Piazza. But if you talk about the regular Valorant scene, we get to see the 5v5 or maybe even duels playing through, or maybe even the death matches being queued in from individual players. So that is one of the biggest reasons why the final stage is very, very important, because you might fail in the initial first three stages where you have frenzies, you have a ghost to play with, but once you have your favorite weapons, you tend to make the mayhem. Now, talking about the mayhem, guys, let's dive into it, because the first matchup is already on the way. Betis God versus Betis God is what we are going to witness. It's actually Team Spirit versus Betis God. There you go. We have the initial pick also coming through.
There will be a little bit of that. I would say that couple of the things coming up from the side of the beta squad, and we do see it's going to be none other than side of Matka getting those first few kills. If I'm not mistaken, I know this player who's playing on Reyna right now. I could be completely wrong about it, but there we go. He gets the fifth kill as well. It's going to be the sixth one coming up for this same lad, and overall the team is going to be at 8 frags in the first stage. No more no, exactly. I would say the opening frags, and I would say the first picks coming up from the side of Team Spirit. Not exactly the right call, but there we go. As I speak, it's going to be Yashu to take down the side of Matka.
Big chaos. Reckless behavior is not going to be something that is going to be welcomed at this point. You have to be precise with your play, and only the value can come through. And it seems like that Team Spirit, they're trying to find their way back into the picture, but it's highly improbable that they're going to. It's a little bit difficult for them. Look at that Jet. I think pairing your agents at the same point, building up that coordination is going to be very important. It's like they have lack of information. They have no idea where the opponents are roaming in from. You have to utilize those audio cues that are coming through. It's very, very important. Now Matka and his teammate, Sick, they're already performing way too well. It's 2 to 16 altogether. So basically 8 times better, what I say at this point, is the performance of Betis God. Is he going to retain till the end, or are we going to see some changes? Let's just wait for that. Bulldog's available, Ghost in the hand. There comes the Jet, but even before that, there's the 5 frag streak coming in from the Reyna.
Yeah. See what goes around. What's going to be issue? Taking down the side of the Sick. THF Sick, not the Sick. But it's going to be just a couple of, I would say, frag points coming on the side of Team Spirit. Whereas Beta Gods right now, 22 as Matka gets one more with the Bulldog. Likely to go down same as the usual for the side of Yashu. Reyna comes up with the ultimate play. Press online. Just an easy pick on Sage. Waiting in for the second one to pop out of the respawn area. Gets the fourth. And it's boy oh boy, a back-to-back, I would say, a straight up dominative play. I would say a very commanding play coming up from the side of Beta's God. Yes, you might be able to get one or two here and there, but there's going to be the huge, I would say, score difference when it comes down to between these two teams. EHF Sick, on the other hand, also doing the same as usual. What on what like Reina is able to do so, but I do see like there's like a, I would say, skill tier. I would say kind of like a difference coming up between these two teams, and Peter's God are just able to catch the good of the entire set play coming up from the side of Team Spirit.
Lovely frags are coming through. If it's THF sick, pops off. There's the other guy, Matka, he also pops off. So I think the very first matchup, I was expecting a close cutthroat gameplay, but it's just not coming through. Seems like that highly dominating win will be there from the sides of Beta's God. As it's just pushing in into the spawn. Look at them, they're just keeping their opponent at a bay. They're not letting them come out. As soon as they do come out, unfortunately they're back in spawn. Now that's the kind of gameplay that Beta's God are pushing through at this moment. They're not even concerned with taking Vandal as its fan stage already. They're playing with that Bulldog and they're having fun. Specifically Matka, look at him. 7 back-to-back frags. 9 for the 8th one. He gets 9th one as well. Back-to-back consecutive frags. Maybe going to change a weapon, but there comes the Lear. Use of Util, always welcome. Always effective. And look at that. 42 already. In the name of Beta's God.
Right now, going to decide of THF6 do the same. I would say the kind of like a frags and elimination points coming up in a similar manner on what his teammate is able to do. So look at the side of Matka, 10 frags back to back. I would say overall he's just able to take 20 or 21 if I'm not wrong. We was completely getting I would say diminished for I would say a couple of times here and there as well, but it's more of like the side of Beta's got just absolutely going wrong. Just look at the side of Black Heel, not able to control the set piece recoil, and I feel like I do see them. No, I do see them. The way how they're playing, it definitely looks like they're like very new players come down to the entire game. So yeah.
Interesting. I would say at this point that the recovery is highly improbable from the sides of Team Spirit. Feels like that their spirit is already broken. Lack of experience, not the right idea of what to do when it comes to coordinating with your teammate. Small factors, but then again huge implications on the game. Because at this point we can clearly see that Beta's God, they're having a fun run. It's like they're not even feeling the pressure. Which might happen in the next few stages, but for now it's like they are having their own jolly good moment. They're swinging around, peeking in, getting the job done, collecting those frags. Look at that, and with that Empress being activated, higher fire rate, it's like a steam beacon that has been activated, and infinite HP. As soon as you take down your opponent, you regain your HP back to 100, and that shield of 50 is also regenerated. Infinite dismissals available. Brilliant. I think Reina's ultimate is one of the best if you can really cash in on it. If you are really precise with the aim, good with the play, and surprise your opponent, you can easily utilize a lot of value, and that's exactly where you can see right now Beta's God is having fun.
Oh boy, this was more of like a straight up like a bloodbath coming up inside of this god. I mean, this are Team Spirit. Even though by looks of it, they're a very new player, trying to ADS when they're trying to take up those kills. Even though that they are able to get 10 frags, I would say that is like a very commendable job being done compared to what I see from what Beta Squad is able to do so. But it will be like an easy walk in the park for the side of Beta Squad. 10 more frags coming up from this time. Oh boy, it is definitely going to get down to the mercy rule getting invoked from the side of Beta Squad. And in the first match itself, we might see 100 to like 10 or maybe 15.
Oh my god. What happened to that Reina? Still they cannot get it done. Now that's exactly where I would like to say is a problem for Team Spirit. And whenever they get the opportunity, they still cannot cash in on it. But at this point, there's just 120 seconds left, and in these 120 seconds, it's near impossible, or should I say impossible at the end, to win, get the lead, get the matchup under your banner. Highly improbable that it's going to happen. We might see a 100 marker also being touched. Because if I talk about the previous Alienware Gaming Saturday, we did got to see 100 mark being touched. Let's see if that is going to happen. Oh, I guess that was 99, but maybe this one could change the tides. Leo, players are pushing in, but the Reina is not giving even a single chance, single opportunity to the opponent. Beautiful play. What are you going to heal? Now that's where the panic sets in. Look at that. The Sage was aiming onto the opponent, was trying to pre-fire that Phantom, instantaneously switches to the Util, was trying to give the heal to the opponent. I mean, that's not how Valorant works.
Yeah, definitely, man. At this point of time, it's going to be a little hard for, I would say, not exactly little hard. Little would be a very small word to kind of like adjectify the entire play, but it's more of like an straight up bloodbath, man. Don't get me wrong, it's a straight up domination coming from Saturday. But and they gotta do what they gotta do. They have to win. They cannot show mercy to the side of teams. They're gonna be like, they're losing. I mean, like, let's give them some kills, let them have their own fun. They're not gonna do like that. It's gonna be 100 to 15 at any point of time right now. You should get one put a random shot. Even Jet will be a little bit surprised. But look at the side of Matka. He is or she is just absolutely going crazy, my friends. And that's gonna be 100 to 16 in the first match for today. Boy, oh boy. Oopsie, crazy.
Wow. 84 points of a difference. Now that's huge. In quite a few matches, we have not yet seen even a single team reaching out to a marker of 84. But right here, we have a difference of 84 points. Now that's exactly where I think Beta's God have just elevated the competition by 10 folds. So that's amazing. Whatever they did was pretty fun to watch, and it was pretty intriguing to watch. Now the question is, can they replicate that in the next few stages as well? Because I do believe that this was just stage one. Maybe the other Team Spirit, they had the spirits, but they did not have the skill and did not have the idea and information of how to play Valorant and how to play in situations like these where you have a pressure. It's basically like a land type of environment at this moment, because you can face your opponent. You're actually playing not on your setup, but on a different setup. So things like that obviously tend to take a lot of factor, play a lot of factor in this whole situation. But at the end, win is a win, and that win is coming through in the favor of Beta's God. And congratulations to them for qualifying to the next stage.
Yeah, it was more of like I would say honestly a skill tier difference coming up from both sides, and it was like one team very new to the game, one team who knows exactly what they're doing, and probably in ascendant or maybe the diamond ranks. But for now, folks, we will take a short little break as the first match gets over here at the Alienware Gaming Saturday, presented by Alienware and Nvidia GeForce RTX. Don't go anywhere. We'll be coming up with match number 2 very shortly. Hey folks, welcome back to the Alienware and NVIDIA GeForce RTX presents Alienware Gaming Saturday. There's going to be bullet on this with me, Jordan Sard, back again. It's going to be Mr. Raider. And today we have seen the first match, 100 to 16. What
Right.
I would say, just like a one-sided affair happening, just as the textbook play, which happens as always here at the AWGS matches.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of matches which we are going to see today and even in the past, or maybe in the future as well, will be one-sided. But always the expectations are that we get to see that close cutthroat gameplay because whenever that comes through,
Yeah.
the nerves are just through the roof. And at the same point, it's like we're sitting on the edge of a chair. We are trying to figure out which particular team is going to do better. Because remember, guys, even if the match is of like 9 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so, but the main factor is that it is divided in 4 different stages where the initial stages maybe team A is going to be a little bit more fruitful, a little bit more powerful, but what happens really is the final stage is where the game tends to change, where the momentum tends to shift, and at the same point
100%.
maybe things are going to go in a different route. So you never know how the whole competition goes on when it comes to a close cutthroat gameplay. But yes, when there is a one-sided affair like the previous one, 100 to 16 points, that means 84 points of a difference, and you clearly know that which particular team is going to win, and it's like you're just following through in the way.
It also comes down to the fact that this entire, I would say, the motive of hosting these kind of events is like giving the, I would say, the talents and the players kind of like a platform to showcase their skills and their might when it comes down to the Valorant. I would say it's like we have seen a couple of great tournaments happening in the overall scene for Valorant here in India, and this kind of events kind of help down to boost the entire foundation for the new players coming to the scene, even for the experience. I would say the set of players coming in to the scene to just get a taste of what the competitive side of Valorant feels like. But for now, we get the confirmation. We'll be jumping down to the second matchup for the day here at the broadcast, and we'll see which team is going to battle out in D2v2 TD, and that's going to be J Boys facing up the side of VBMC.
Intriguing. Let's start. Oh, the initial picks are already here, and look at that. VBMC, Roy Mustang and Vecna. Both of them are leading the charts, getting the job done, getting some good picks. Be it with Sheriff or with the Ghost. It seems like that beating these lads are going to be a little bit more difficult, specifically in this particular stage. As we can see, Mustang, he is really like that muscle power, flexing that muscle power at this point. Oh wow, even the in-game narration says Reina has got that bloodlust, and it does feel like that because the way this guy is getting those picks was amazing. Utilizing a Sheriff and getting 5 consecutive frags is not an easy feat, trust me. That's what Reina was able to achieve, but of late, things will change. Now it's Vecna who is trying to fight back.
Right now, it's going to be the side of Rampage coming up from the side of Vecna, playing in on that ISO. Just a 6 pick as well. It's going to be the side of Clove to get a little bit challenged, I would say, from the side of VBMC, and it's going to be a straight up kill coming with that thing. Possibly a second one. Roy Mustang is going to not let that happen with the Sheriff. Arya goes down, possibly the second one. A little bit of whiff coming in from both sides. He's just making sure that he's up, repositioning himself right up in the corner, right in the right spot. But Arya this time around won't miss, and he gets up the side of Reina. 16 to 6 now.
Good way to appoint a shield and eventually evacuates. Reina lately is missing the shots. They're still in the lead. They not really have to be worried of anything at this point. But that DK that came through, after that, of course, is a little bit more easier to pull off the job. Now has to spot where the opponent is, and after that goes in for the ultimate. The ultimate will be in vain. Oh no, it's not. Interesting. He takes Luke and then eventually shuts him away. Roy Mustang on the other corner with the Guardian takes on Arya. I do believe that this combination of agents from the sides of Team J Boys is blowing me off at this point because of the fact that they have got a controller to work with along with the duelist. Interesting. I mean, that ultimate of Sick might be valuable, but at the end, it seems like that it's highly unlikely that J Boys are going to get this one home, as Sick is facing some difficulty. Meanwhile, Arya is the one who is trying to push in, trying to get the job done, but as soon as he comes out, he just goes down and back in the spawn.
Yep. Right now it's going to be Roy Mustang facing up the side of Arya. Oh, gets up with that tap right up with that Guardian. I would say one taps are, I would say, kind of like an easy I would say the side of play coming up from the side of Roy Mustang. He just like taking these skills like no breeze, like anything. That's up the third one. This is some of the shots. Rage, playing with a little bit of that positioning play. Just a couple of very small segment of that ITC going on. That's going to be Roy Mustang. But the fourth one as well. Actually, a sixth one. Seventh now, boy. You boy. What a click over there. Gonna just enable that 30-second frag. Sorry, the 32 frag coming up from this side, and it's just gonna be like I would say again, I would say straight up, I would say a domination being in play for the second match as well. Now it's gonna be a wipe coming off from the side of J Boys. They do get that, I would say, offensive strike coming off from them, but it's like the entire difference is like it's a huge, I would say, a frag point difference coming up from the side of VBMC's 34-10.
But I do believe once again it's going to be VBMC who is going to lead this final stage as well. The way they are playing, the coordination that they're building, the angles that they're holding are again pretty on par. I mean, look at that. Arya jumping around with that with the satchel and the pain shells. He can actually put up a lot of damage onto the opponent, but he is not using those utils. I'm pretty surprised because if you have raise, you have quicker movement speed, you can just double satchel and put the player down with the judge. Because at this point in the final stage, you have judge also available if you want to go with it. But again, to do so can cost you a lot, and it seems like that VBMC, they're just cashing on it. They're cashing on the mistakes that are being made from the sides of J Boys, and it's very beneficial for them because of the fact that they're going to probably qualify to the next particular stage. But Sick, he gets one. Vikna retaliates, 13-44. So far, the challenges are up there, but it seems like that VBMC, they have cracked the code. They know what they need to do. They know how to play on those angles and how to peek, how to swivel around. Just 4 more minutes, and after that, this mayhem will be over.
Yeah. And I feel like in 4 minutes, there's definitely a lot of that time coming up for the side of J Boys, where they can actually put up a good show and put up like a back-to-back, I would say, kills coming up from their side. But it's more of like VBMC just straight up, dominating there, because the ultra domination becomes the kill contract comes up in the play, takes them to another alternate dimension, possibly a kill. But no, Clove's gonna deny that. Right now, it's gonna be Roy Mustang to also get denied from the side of Clove. Boy, and that's how you play one of my favorite agents in the entire game. There you have it, folks. It's gonna be now a straight up back-to-back kills coming up from the side of VBMC. J-Boy is able to find some of the footing right up in the center mark of the entire, I would say, set-piece play. Sorry, I would say in the overall duel play, but it's more of like the difference in terms of the frag points, which has been already made and settled from the side of VBMC. The lead has been already generated in such a way that it cannot be denied from the side of J-Boys. Yes, if they are able to get up those back-to-back 4 or 5 every time around when they are getting out of the spawn area, yes, storyline can be a little bit different. But at this point of time, it's just for the complete denial of J-Boys coming up from the side of VBMC. Look at those shots, man. Oof.
Crisp and on point. That's what we can say for those shots. The audio that is coming through, the sound that is being relayed by those shots is amazing. The one taps, always fun to watch. Oh, he DKs his own teammate. Fun. Of course, you have to do that if you are leading the chats. 30 points of a difference, 42 now. Brilliant head start coming in from the sides of J-Boys. Look at those one taps. Good one, man. It seems like that he has spent a lot of time in the training ground and in the deathmatch mode, because this guy is good with his aim. He's precise, and trust me, with Vandal, the first bullet accuracy is not that much. But if you are good with your aim and you have practice enough, you can even turn weapons like Vandal in your favor. I mean, if you talk about the first bullet accuracy, I think Guardian is the best one because it has got 100% first bullet accuracy. So if you want to go with that, you can be beneficial. But then again, it's not an automated weapon, so single taps are not going to be that beneficial in a close range type of setup. Whereas in long range, we have seen that in the stage 3, Reina utilizes a lot of single taps. But there you go. Vikna now secludes the battlefield, takes down the single tap, and then puts the player down. 23-73, 50 frags over difference. I think we already know who is going to win.
Yeah. We're going to see a couple of, good pills coming up from the side of J-Boys every time now and then, but the difference is just humongous, dude. At this point of time, it's just crazy coming up from the side of VBMC. Oh, it's gonna be a fifth one as well. Arya, CHF6 both goes down. Roy Mustang, not gonna happen. Just the entire car on the highway, just like anything, just cruising around with the sheer engine power that this guy has. Amazing and amazing. 86 to 23 now, possibly. This might not be a very, I would say that in the same stance on where the map number one ended. But it's right up there, man. It's 90 around through 25. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get a couple of more to set up this to 90 or 95 before we end up in the 30 seconds time.
My ult is ready.
Ooh. The op shots. Trying to pressurize the opponent will not work because of the fact that Arya is already down. Sick is the only guy who is left out here. And he's for sure going to get taken away. Yep, there you go. Operator in close range might not be that beneficial. But we get to see the ultimate also being cashed in, and that ultimate actually paid off. But at the end, guys, 91 to 27. That means there's a difference of around 70. Around 60, I believe, for 64 frags also. So that's again a huge difference that has been inculcated. To be honest, this one was looking like a fair share of close cutthroat matchup for a very brief time period, specifically in the mid area where we got to see good fights with the Arya and Sick retaliating onto the other guy, the opponents. But at the end, it was never enough because of the fact that there was already a very huge lead being built up from the sides of the attackers, which was amazing. I'm talking about VBMC. So they clearly were the winners of this one.
Yeah, it was more of like a straight up, I would say, a one-sided play coming up for the second match for the entire WGS, I would say, play day for today, which is happening here at the Mumbai. But I would still say for a fact that it's great to see, new talents coming up to the scene and new talents actually paving out, I would say, the foundation base for all of the players coming up for this kind of, I would say, initiative being done from the side of esports club. It also comes down to the fact that yes, there'll always be some better set of teams and one of the losing teams. It's just like one team just cannot win for all, and both the teams just cannot go for, I would say, the similar kind of a play and remain at the top. There's only just going to be just one team starting at the top for the entire play day. But for now, folks, that was the second matchup here at the Alienware Gaming Saturday. Don't go anywhere. We'll be coming up with our third matchup on the broadcast very soon after the break. Well, folks, we're back here after a short break at the Alienware Gaming Saturday, presented by Alienware and NVIDIA GeForce RTX. Yes, it's going to be the third matchup on your screen very soon, but it's more of like the one-side domination being played from the last two set matches.
Of course, I mean the way they started, I was like maybe we are going to see close cutthroat matchup. Well, that was not the case in the first match, but again, if you talk about the second one, similar storyline. Initially, it was 84 frags of a difference, and right now it was like somewhere around, I believe, 64 frags
27
of a
to
difference. That's again huge. That's again huge. 64 points is again way too huge. It's like double the whole orientation. So I believe it's going to be tough in the next 3 to 4 matches as well. Maybe the third one is going to be close cutthroat. You never know.
Yeah, it is a like a very good, I would say, approach coming in from all of the winning teams that you just set up the lead so big in the first set and the second set that the other team is just not able to just understand what's going in for the third and the final stage. So it's like a strategy being in play, but it's more of like these all of the players being very, I would say, confident in their entire play, being very like I'd say ranked enough and high ranked players being in the lobby for now. And again, both the teams are just trying their level best. But for now, folks, we get the confirmation. We'll be jumping to the third match for the entire broadcast for today, and let's see which team is gonna be exactly gonna face off each other, and also what agents they're gonna select. Of course, we are there's gonna be duelists from both sides. The only difference is now Neon and ISO. From one of the teams, and that's going to be Bhagwan to play upon that one duelist, and Pape playing on Reina. Tintaro facing up CGG in the third matchup.
Reina's a Neon and ISO. Interesting. Dango won't get a chance to survive. And on the other corner, Wolfex. He was stepping up a notch, but eventually got taken down 6-3. Stage 1 almost on the ending note, but it seems like that both the teams are well equipped with their strategies and they are good with retaliations. But the way I think Dango and Bhagwan are playing, pretty amazing, because they are getting the job done, they are getting the frags in their favor. But yeah, I think that this particular matchup is going to be close because of the fact that even in this first stage, you don't have the reliable weapons. Competition kind of feels very, very close as compared to the first two matches, for sure. Other than that, once you get your comfortable weapons like the Vandals and Phantoms, I do believe that both the sides are at that point going to shine a lot. Both the sides are going to do well. Marshall in the hand, and that Marshall worked really well. A lot of missed shots from that Sheriff. Finally, can he connect a single bullet or not? That's a big question. Finally, he did. Here's another single tap action weapon. The Marshall. Player gets retaliated, and from stairs, we have another individual trying to push in. I think Wolfex is going to be a very hasty individual because he's just pushing in, he's just running, and at the same point trying his level best to just push in onto the opponent, not calculating the angles that he can play with. Maybe this is it. There's the Bucky, and there's the Sheriff, and it worked.
There we go, folks. Wolfex also trying their level best, and this is looking like a very, I would say, not exactly a head-to-head game, but this is like both the teams are on a similar, I would say, a skill set, I would say, seeding, and both the teams are just seeding at their level best. It's 15-11. Here, the score difference is not exactly huge, but Dango, some of the shots getting whipped around with Pape and Bhagwan going out to face off each other in the middle. Knows for the fact that Dango might coming in from the eastern side, and that's going to be the side of Wolfex to take him down immediately. 17-13 as we proceed down to stage 3, where you do get the options of Guardian and Bulldogs coming in play. But yeah, this match is far, I would say, equalized and level up compared to what we have seen in the previous one.
Wow, just hoping for the best. 15-17. I'm happy. I'm way too happy to see this one being the close cutthroat one that we usually want to see from Alienware Gaming Saturdays. Looks like both the teams are trying to establish their dominance. It's just not working in that way. 17-19 altogether. Stage 3 is already here. And as we can see, there's the ultimate activator. Now, ISO can actually go with the kill contract if he wants to, so that he can isolate the whole equation. But he's not doing that. And Pape on the other corner with that Empress is now really catching up onto the game. Oh my god, Dango just shuts him away. Here's the drive. One ultimate goal has been started, but it seems like that Neon, he's at loss of words, finally connects some good shots. It's lovely to see that Neon still has got it, can actually go for the ultimate. Can he take down the player? That's a big question. So far, has not been the case. Oh, he just jumps out, switches to a Vandal. No connections being made, and Dango on just 20% HP is still popping off, is still getting the shots connected. Now that's the skill set that one relishes. 25 to 23. Finally, CGG has got that lead,
There.
and the final stage has started.
Yeah, it is more of like a still like a very head-to-head game with 27 to 23. Now it is the side of CG to be on the lead. We did saw in the first two stages it was the side of Tintaro to lead now with the 5 or 6 frag points. So it's really, I would say, a matchup being in play for the entire audience here. The broadcast as the time comes up with that ultimate play. Ooh, and he's gonna succeed onto the same follow-up. Getting against the kill and the call contract getting succeeded. 29 to 25 right now. It's going to be a couple of kills for Tintaro needs from what they did in stage 1 and stage 2. Wolfpack gets the third. There's a little bit of that anticipation getting faded from the side of ISO where exactly Neon was coming in from, charging onto his face. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock as I speak. It's still a very head-to-head game with the entire 4 minutes left, man.
It is. I won't disagree with that. It is definitely close cutthroat. We have around 4.5 minutes left, but in these 4.5 minutes, one team has to elevate their gameplay, build up a lead, and the other one has to obviously chase that game.
Not
Now,
ready yet.
who's gonna be what? Who's gonna do what is something that we all want to see. Pape with that operator was good, but instantaneously we got to see Dango retaliating and building up a legacy of his own.
There.
4 minutes and 7 seconds. Okay, Tintaro. Wow, they equalize now. They have equalized the score, which is a good thing for them. Down the other corner. Look at the hard peak that Bhagwan is coming up with. Misses up the shot. Now this could be it. Oh my god, switches to the ghost. Connects. The connection was made. Another one? Yep, another one. But Pape on the other corner, he is also like, you are playing with that operator, I am playing with that phantom, we both are doing our jobs. And it seems like that, once again, CGG is the one who's leading the charge. And that's exactly why I said, if the pistol round is getting close cutthroat, for sure the final stage is also going to be close cutthroat and pretty interesting because of the fact that if you are not struggling on a weapon which is not that much utilized, you clearly are going to be comfortable on those weapons which are widely used like Phantoms, Vandals. 39-36. I think 3, 4, 5 frags over difference is not a very big difference. Yep, after that, there is something to worry.
36 to 41 right now. 3 minutes is what they have left, and just want to see, man, that 43, 44, 45, which is definitely, I would say, in my opinion, it's gonna bound to happen. I can't completely go wrong about it. But there we go. Bhagwan takes up the side of Wolfpack. Neon goes down, and Bhagwan is definitely playing like God right now. They're just getting those frags when it's completely needed. Operator is going to be on the hand for the side. Bhagwan gets one, gets a double. Look at that flick. The huge whiff coming on from the side of Neon. It's 43 to 40 right now. Yeah, now we have the head-to-head game happening as, from the side of both the teams. CGG still on the lead. Tintaro battling out for making it an equalized, but we have to just wait and watch for now. Wait up.
I think that patience game has to be played from our sides as well. We can be restless because of the fact that this is the kind of play that we are seeing. But at the same point, we have to wait. We have to wait for the right outcome to come through. Oh my god, that was a major whiff. But at the end, CGG capitalized on it. 49 to 43 now. That's exactly where I think as a team, Tintaro has to be worried. Because they have given up an opportunity of a lifetime at this moment, I would like to say. Because they were on the lead, if you remember, for the first 3 stages, and of late they are of course on the back foot. It's just about 100 seconds that we are left with, and in these 100 seconds of a time period, what needs to be done is basically narrow the gap, or should I say just get that upper hand and build a good play from your own. Can they do it? Let's wait and watch. There's the operator shot, gets a connection. Bhagwan on the other corner also fights back, takes one down. This could be brilliant. I think at this point CGG needs to do only one thing, and that is just be tucked away in the corner and play accordingly, because if they do that, they might just have a chance to win this one. Because look at that, Tintaro is like leveled up at this point. They're just pushing in, they're just making sure that they get the value.
1 minute left.
Yeah, slow and steady is the approach, but it's more of like you guys hear the in-game writer, every seconds count at this point of time, folks. 50 seconds and just like 5 points needed more for the side to Tintaro. Forward now. And CGG even knows up for the fact that if they get out and wave away those kills, things can take a huge toll. Bhagwan gets that to 53, and now, boys, there's 2 points left out to make it an equalize. Getting a one more. CGG, you are just losing out the entire lead. Whiffers gets one more. Now it's going to be Tango. Not going to happen. Papa gets through. Tango, even though he was able to get the fourth pick from his side, 57 to 55 right now. Things are getting very, I would say, heated up over here, my folks. And now just 1 point again left. 80-second left.
Oh,
Not
no,
going to
no,
happen.
no.
Get contract in play. Maybe things can take up a different turn. 58 to 56 now. 30 seconds still left on the clock. Not going to happen. Papa gets one more. And that's going to be it, folks. It's 60 to 56 right now. A huge, I would say, commendation goes down to the side of Tintaro for making this matchup like a crazy one. Hell of a fight from both sides. 61 to 56 in this today's third matchup.
So we started with about 86 points over difference, then we went down to 64, and now we have just 5 frags over difference. What a match between CGG and Tintaro. But I would like to just say that somewhere along the way, if you see Tintaro, say, just lost the track because of the fact in the last final 20-30 seconds, they committed 2 ultimates. None of them was utilized to the fullest potential. You talk about the Empress, the player got taken down by the Reina. You talk about the kill contract, again, the player was completely chased out of that kill contract. So, 2 of the most vital abilities, most vital utilities, or should I say, the ultimates that were committed were not useful. Maybe if that would have been useful, things would have been in a different manner, things would have been going or flowing in a different track. But anyway, at the end, this is where CGG wanted to stand, and that's exactly where CGG won the particular matchup. Now we'll take a short break, guys, and after that, we'll be back with the 4th one. Stay tuned. Yes.
Folks, welcome back to the Alienware and NVIDIA GeForce RTX presents Alienware Gaming Saturdays. Now we have witnessed the fourth matchup. One hell of a matchup, I gotta say. I mean, 61 to 56, both the teams battling out for a very even, I would say, a break-even stage where both the teams are just like, you get a couple of points, I'll get a couple of more. And it was the side of the side of Tintaro to be on the first, I would say, the two stages when they were leading with a 4 and 5 couple of points. In stage 3, the entire got changed, and it was the side of CG from on to that point, one of the entire, I would say, the matchup. So I would say a great matchup indeed, but yes, I want to see more of this here at AWGS.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the plan. We want to see talents evolving. We want to see esports athletes. I mean, should I say gamers becoming the esports athletes and eventually experiencing what the esports is all about. So I believe yes, somehow in the last 2 years we have seen quite a few interesting talents like that, where we have seen maybe initially they were struggling, but of late they are trying their level best to compete into the picture and giving up a good amount of competition to their opponent. So let's wait and watch. Let's see if that's going to be the case in the fourth one as well. Is it going to be a close cutthroat one or a one-sided affair? We'll get to know that after diving into the matchup. So guys, let's dive into the matchup as we have the confirmation that the fourth matchup is ready. And we are also pretty much ready to see what Deadeye Esports is going to do up against one and only Team Overdose.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
There.
Matt Murdoch. Ooh, we got Daredevil in the house, folks. Shot gets taken out from the same. It's going to be Deadeye Esports. Now, we have seen Deadeye Esports actually. Hey, don't get me wrong. We have seen Deadeye Esports a couple of times here at the AWGS edition when we are here in Mumbai. So this possibly their, if I'm not wrong, this is possibly their second time if they can win. But yeah, they did won one of the second or the first editions when we went down to the Mumbai for the Alienware Gaming Saturday. Shahid gets one more. Monrado will go down, and it's going to be the side of Overdose. Actually, take a couple of good kills now here at stage 1.
Got him.
Ooh.
Well, that headshot has to be there. And for a brief moment, it was like, yes, Deadeye Esports is doing fun, is doing great the way they were playing. But it seems like that Overdose is also ready with the answer. You might have seen in the last few Alienware Gaming Saturdays that they're good, but off late, it's a true competition that we are seeing. Oh, that Neon has big problems to come through. But Independent, that was a big mess up from his part because Vecna, he just utilizes that fast lane and eventually push the players back. Matt Murdoch gets one more. Can Independent fight back? He did. 8 to 11, that's what the scoreline is all about. Free Fire is going through. There's a relay volt. Player is pushing in. Vecna is super low. So there's the Ares available, and with that Ares, obviously spamming is going to be a little bit more easier. And 10 to 11, that's what the scoreline is. After retaliation once again. Here is super low. You can push him away. I think he's trying to knife him out. Let's see if it's possible. Well, it's not. The fun in games have started, guys.
Yeah. Let's see, man. It's more of like a, I would say, another, I would say, head-to-head matchup, which can take up a different turn. But at this point of time, we do see Deadeye Esports in the entire matchup from their side. Can still be a play where Overdose can actually take up the entire charge with the straight up, I would say, the domination coming up from their end. But at this point, as stage 3 gets triggered on, it's going to be decided. Deadeye Esports, I do we see taking up the entire lead.
There. Gotta go.
19. Deadeye Esports, yes, they have taken the charge, but Overdose every now and then is trying to retaliate. He could be back in the game. Oh my god, 2 different angles to play with, and Shahid, he just dominated against Vecna. Independent takes on Matt Murdoch. Even the Daredevil is unable to understand what's happening at this point because of the fact that Shahid and his teammate, they are in sync. But there's the overdrive, there's a relay bolt to retaliate. Oh my god, the ultimates, they're just in vain at this point. Not being that effective. Matt Murdoch takes one down. Maybe going to take 2, but no, that's not the case. Gets retaliated. Bulldog versus Bulldog. Vecna was on par. Independent retaliates. Says a trade fire. 3 flags over difference. Oh my god. Lovely. Lovely play coming in from the sides of Deadeye Esports every now and then.
Yeah. Let's see, man. Let's see. Things can still, take a different turn from what I feel, but this can be only say that like Overdose are able to get on 25 to at least 26. As far as stage gets figured out, Vandals and Phantoms will be online, and we do see Vandals getting picked up from both sides. Venka Magmurdoff will go down eventually from the side of Deadeye Esports, and now Overdose might take up that momentum play on their toll. Try to guess the side of Venka. Yeah, things are taking a different turn, my right, folks. And Devani gets one more, 26, 26, 28 now, possibly making an equalize. Gets up to 29. Lucy McMurdoch. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Very cautious run coming up from the respawn, not getting the audio cues to the side of the opponent. But right now it's going to be 30 to 28. Is still a lot of the time left for both sides to take up that initial lead from here on. But it's more of like on how the side of Overdose Esports can also turn things around for their team. Venka gets up the headshot on Neon. Venka gets up the second one. Now it's going to be 30 to 29 now. Still a little bit of that just a little bit of that the gap that needs to be filled from the side of Overdose
Interesting.
for now. Yeah.
Overdose versus Deadeye Esports. I think Deadeye Esports is definitely catching up at this point, and they're just making sure that they maintain that lead in their favor. Overdose on the other corner, they're just like trailing behind, but at the same point, they're just pulling through. So it's not a huge table turner for them, but at the same point, it's like what happened to Tintaro versus CGG. That is the kind of gameplay that we are once again witnessing. Close, cutthroat, but at the same point, you never know who's going to win. Because again, tables can turn, people might actually get put down. Let's just wait for it, man.
Yeah. It also comes down to, I would say, the coordination. I did saw a little bit of that lack in coordination coming in from the team on being on the defensive side. Not exactly, I would say, that both of the teams are playing on a skill. I would say the same kind of like a momentum, but it just seems like teams are having just a little bit of trouble, just a little bit of that gap in coordinating between with his teammates. But for now, folks, we'll take a short little break here at the Alienware presents Alienware Gaming Saturday, of course, co-presented by NVIDIA GeForce RTX. We'll be coming up after a short little break very shortly. Short separate. Now, welcome back to the Alienware and Nvidia GeForce RTX presents Alienware Gaming Saturday, folks. Yes, that was the fourth matchup that we couldn't see fully due to some technical difficulties going on. But I would like to inform everybody about it was the side of Deadeye who won the entire thing up against the side of Overdose. And yes, that another I would say a matchup was kind of like a very head-to-head game happening between these two fine teams.
Oh yeah, I mean it was close. It was quite night tit. But at this point, I would like to say, what happens next? What's the schedule? Do we know that? Guys, let's dive into the schedule and let's see what is happening next. With 4 matchups we are going to see up next is something that we all want to know. So can we cue in the schedule, guys? Let's see which are those next 8 teams going head to head up against each other and how they're going to play along the way. Team Zeno versus Team Blackheat, Unknown Kings versus Bordo P, and many more.
Yeah, and we might see the next matchup again. Teams, facing up the side of Black Heat. And I guess Mavericks are another one team that we have seen in the previous edition of AWGS here at Mumbai. So we might see some, I would say, better, I would say, game compared to what we have seen from other teams happening around. But because our first 3 matches were very one-sided, not very one-sided, but kind of like 2 matches starting, Team Spirit facing a Beta Squad where Team Spirit was able to win up against Beta's God in like 100 to 16. Sorry, Beta God was able to win that in 100 to 16. J Boys facing a VBMC. VBMC was straight up to the deal with a scoreline of 91 to 27. Only that one match that we have seen today was very close and very net. It was CGG facing up the side of Tintaro. So I'm expecting like a similar pattern where next, I would say 1 or 2 matchups will be very one-sided. And when we get down to the third one from here now, that will be kind of like a head-to-head game. You cannot never really tell, but I feel like that is a pattern which have, continuously been repeated here at Alienware Gaming Saturday.
Okay, so we can expect that the next one is going to be a one-sided affair. Let's wait and watch, guys, if that's going to be the case, because I believe what's the best part of Alienware Gaming Saturday is you never know what's going to happen next. Yeah, you know that we are going to see map known as Piazza, we are going to see a lot of action, but is it going to be one-sided? Is it going to be close cutthroat? Is it going to be a tight-knit competition that we usually expect? No way to judge that, no way to kind of speculate that. It can be either a close cutthroat matchup or a complete obliteration from a particular team onto the next one. So let's just wait for it. I mean, to be honest, I would like to just see what happens next on the 5th matchup, as so far 4 matchups are done. We have got our winners in those 4 matchups. They are waiting patiently for their next stage to get started, and every single stage is going to be even more competitive, because at the end, the bragging rights of winning the Alienware and Nvidia presents the Alienware Gaming Saturdays, along with the prize pool of 25,000 rupees of worth Amazon vouchers, are on the line. But now, diving into the game is going to be the case. Let's wait and watch. Let's see what happens next. And the agent selection, that is something that I'm always skeptical about. Which particular agents are going to come through and how they're going to get utilized. Because I remember match number 2 where we got to see a raise just like this one. But at that point, what really happened was raise was not that effective because there were no utils being utilized. No pain shell needs, no saddles, nothing like that.
That is going to be one of my favorite agents getting picked up from one team. That is going to be none other than the side of KO. I mean, we have seen the Initiator and Duelist combo actually, very, I would say, fruitful, being in the case of these 2v2 DDMs battles happening at this Alienware Gaming Saturday. It also comes down to just like, the individual preference that we, see from all of these teams participating in these events. Now, Dango will be able to take them side of Shahid as we approach the end of stage 1. Pretty much an equalized score, 4-4 from both sides coming up here at the matchup. Yes, we do see Klinkter having a little bit of trouble using those EMP nades and his signature abilities, but right now it's more of like the duelist utilizing not a lot of utility play happening in around, but it's more of like the side of Reyna using a Leer pretty well. Ooh, what? The Klinkter, are you serious?
Oh my god, they want to knife the opponent, and they did. Lovely. And that axe knife is actually quite good. Look at that, Klinkter so far has got back-to-back 3 frags. Knife also coming through. There you go. I think with that molly of his own, he just wanted to keep the opponent at a bay. But it seems like that they are very keen on just knifing their opponent. They're not even interested in bringing in the weapons in the battlefield. They just want to knife their opponent because they've got the lead. Very interesting. I mean, this is definitely going in a different way. Where we say that it's a single matchup that you have to play, there is a single opportunity that you have got. And usually players are very cautious about this opportunity, they are very calculative about their moves. But here, we get to see players knifing each other out, having their own fun. And whenever it feels like that Team Zeno is on the back foot, Team Zeno decides that now we are going to play with a bow weapon and probably get the players down. But here, Dango gets 2, which is now going to put Team Zeno a little bit of trouble.
10 seconds until stage change.
Yeah. It's more of like, I would say, oh my god. It was the side of KO to first initiate those knife fight, and now it's going to be the similar play happening from the side of Dango. And at this point of time, we should rename Valorant TDM to Valorant Knife Battle here at AWGS. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, we can go for it, but I am waiting to see in the final stages if they're going to go for knife. Oh my god, Clinter. He's doing dirty. He's doing dirty to the opponent. Like the way he's just knifing out. What he's doing basically is damaging out the opponent and then going for the knife. Uh-oh, Bhagwan was very, very close to that downfall. But he retaliated. Look at Clinter. He's coming out of the spawn and not even having a weapon in his hand. He's like, that knife is enough for me.
Yeah.
Not ready yet.
At this point of time, it is
Should
more
be a
of like
neon, I guess, at this point.
Definitely. But even though these kind of like plays are happening in, but there's not a lot there's not a lot of that, you know, I would say like a huge difference in terms of the frag points. It's 18 to 50. There's a lot about on how both the teams are just having fun and definitely, you know, batting out for the prize pool.
Wow. This is definitely something different. I have not yet seen in the last 2 years a play like this. Wow. I think I was like, maybe we have seen everything from Alienware Gaming Saturday's perspective.
Yeah,
This was different for me. Knives, players jumping around, a player with a Vandal, that too on ult, gets decimated by a classic. Clinter is definitely in a different league. The way he's playing, man, look at that with a mere classic. Well, in close range, he brings out his knife. In long ranges, he brings out his classic and takes down the opponent. Now it's a 1v2 play. Gonna be a little bit difficult, but he still pops off. Oh man, I'm a fan at this point of Clinter.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see, man, at this point in time, things can be a little bit you know, different from the side of Black Heat. We do see Zeno now equalizing the entire, I would say, scoreline, but at the same time, Black Heat, Tango will take that one, you know, frag point coming up from this side. Clinter gets eliminated, but still on the ult play. 12 seconds, maybe left to revive him. Bhagwan is not going to allow that to happen. Shard gets up one more. Bhagwan gets the second. He's taking on the shadow side. We do see some flash, and it's a good pop flashes. Oh, Clinter also like kind of like, oh my, seriously, man, come on, come on. Even though the guys is right up on the face holding a knife, it's like a trolling at this point of time, dude. Wow.
Oh, he has been doing it from the very start of this matchup. So I think trolling is now an understatement. He's doing dirty to his opponent. He's just making sure that he's rubbing the loss on their faces. I don't know if Team Zeno is going to win or not. But clearly, Clinter is not playing on his full potential at this moment because he's not even bringing that Vandal out. He's playing on classics. He's playing on knives. Once he brings out that Phantom Vandal, I think he is definitely going to elevate quite a bit. Dango shuts down Clinter as he was on a Phantom. I have my doubts once again getting elevated. Look at that. Dango is doing good at this point. There's the showstopper. Let's see who show is going to get stopped with that missile. Look at Clinter. Look at him. He's just having fun. He's just pushing in. He's just roaming around. There's the knife. There's the knife. The battle of knife. And Clinter once again is the one who was coming enough to win it all.
Yeah, it's more of like, you know, now Team Black Heat just getting the entire heat on the face of Team Zeno, and they're just making sure Team Zeno feels the same. And right now they're on a very good lead. Bhagwan get it that 6 back-to-back, make that to 7 actually back-to-back frags coming in from this side. And this is more of like a, you know, Team Black Heat now winning well, and you know, just making sure that they are winning on the entire, I would say, the gunfights that they are taking in. And I would say for the side of Zeno, Clinter now faces up the challenge of, you know, reversing his entire play. Oh my! Are you crazy, one lad, Mr. Clinter? But now, even if these crazy plays are not going to help, because you are right now lagging behind overall with 11 frag point difference.
And I think at this point, Clinter and his team has to wake up to the reality that they are on the back foot. They need to elevate, they need to get the points in their banner so that they can move on to the next particular stage. Otherwise, all those knives, all those flashy moves, it will be like big insult to them because of the fact that they were just being flashy, and after that as well were not effective enough. That could actually cost them quite a bit. But Declinter is out there pushing in. He's getting the job done. The gap that was of 15 points is now just 6 to 7 points. Okay, that is of just 5 points. Champions Phantom is not going to be effective. Consecutive 8 frags, and after that, Declinter was put down. 45 to 41. There comes a Blade Storm. Knives are out, but that was not effective. Ultimate in Wayne. Declinter on the other corner will be eyeing to get the job done. Oh, that molly was good, but he should have decided to play on a Phantom, not on that molly. 48 to 41. What is happening, guys? It's again a seesaw ride, but Declinter and his team has to wake up now. They need to perform. They need to buckle up. Otherwise, they might just lose. Whoa, lovely, lovely.
Not really. Yeah, not really sure of what exactly is going wrong. I'm definitely sure about the fact that Team Zeno are just like making sure they don't commit the same kind of, I would say, the troll and the same kind of mistakes. They are even very close to it, but 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. There's 4 more needed for the side of Zeno to make this an even state. Right now, it's going to be more of like a Team Black Heat on their winning, I would say, the play. But still, no one gets up a double and just making all of the picks and the mistakes which are getting committed from the side of Team Zeno, especially the Clinton. You gotta be serious now, man. Come on.
Oh, I think they'll be surprised to what can happen now. Shahid takes one down. Declinter retaliates 54 to 49. We have seen 5 frags of a gap previously as well. Now this gap has to be minimized. They have to level up. They have to elevate. Nah. This way, they might just lose the entire round. 30 more seconds. That's all we have. 30 more seconds, and in that, these guys have to make sure that they are the winners. 56 to 53. 20 more seconds. Nerve-wracking at this point. What will happen? You never know. That Jet gets taken down. Declinter retaliates. Can he take down second one? Yes, he did. 57 to 55. 2 more points. I think what they can do is just be still in their base, and that's how Team Blackhead is going to win. Team Zeno, all those knives, all those flashy plays, all those ultimates being committed, and you still lose. Bro, I think Nala Sopara is going to be heated up right now.
I mean, if you commit these kind of trolls till the end, that if you're still losing in, it's not going to enable you to win, man. And that was like what, just 1 point, I would say, the entire difference maker being in play. It was more of like a side that Team Zeno needed that kind of like a reality check here at AWGS. They know for a fact that this is like a fun event. We know for a fact that this is like a opportunity being given to all of the new players coming on the competitive stage of VALORANT, but they got the reality check.
Pretty harsh, I believe, because honestly, I was like in for a very good matchup, and I was like, yeah, we are going to see knives and all, but there will be a certain amount of time at which Zeno and the whole team of Team Zeno, like if you talk about that KO and the other particular agent, they're going to pop off, they're going to play seriously. Jet and KO, that combination is really going to work and all, but that never really happened. For a brief moment, we got to see Declinter trying to fight back, but it was never really on par, because even in the last 1 minute, we got to see some casual plays coming through where he was just knifing around here and there, and then eventually switching to the Vandal, switching to the Phantoms that he was playing with, but it was just not effective. Now with that harsh reality check, Team Zeno is going to go out. The other one is going to move on to the next particular stage, but we'll wait for the 6-1. Stay tuned, guys. We'll go for the short break now. Hey guys, welcome back after a quick short break in the Alienware and Nvidia presents the Alienware Gaming Saturday. We are currently in Mumbai where the meet and greet is also happening with Hector in the Deadeye exclusive store in Dallas Opara. If you're close to it, make sure to go ahead and check it out. Meanwhile, if you are not that close, you still want to see the action, you can just tune in into the live stream because yes, the sixth matchup is going to get started pretty soon. My name is Zeno. We do have Bullet once again on the desk, and I think the last one was a really interesting matchup. For last 2 years, we have seen Alienware Gaming Saturdays. We have seen different titles, but we have never seen an outcome like that, where a team was confident enough to knife their opponent, confident enough to jump around, just bash their opponents, but at the same point, not credible enough to win that particular matchup. So it was kind of the most thrilling 9 minutes of their action.
It was more of, hey, don't get me wrong, it was more of like, one team kind of like doing all of the mistakes and one team just capitalizing on all of it. Yes, knives and all of these are, really, I would say, kind of like a fun part. And of course, it's AWGS, it's like 2v2 battle.
Yeah.
If you don't do this over here, where you going to do this? Like a 50k or 100k tournament? You cannot do that. You cannot, do kind of like, such things in a higher stake event. It's like a fun event. It's like an event where we want to give you a platform where you can actually showcase your talent, showcase your potential in the VALORANT competitive circuit. But they should have stopped after stage 2. They should have stopped at least
Yeah.
when they were not able to get those frags. So they had to pay the price for all of the mistakes that they committed in the first in the last 2 stages. But right now, folks, we'll jump it down to the sixth matchup for the entire broadcast, and we have seen all of it today. Some kind of like these knife plays, some kind of like a very one-sided affair, some kind of like a very head-to-head game. So maybe a little bit of change coming down in the variation of the agents getting picked up from both of the teams. But let's see, we'll be jumping down to the game pretty soon now.
All right, there you go, guys. The sixth one has been started. Bot OP versus Unknown Kings. We'll get to know in about 9 minutes and 20 seconds that are these kings worthy enough to get known, or their kingdom is going to get snatched by Bot OP. You never know. Oh, the frenzy is not working. Yashu, major mishap from his corner. But on the other corner, the Rays worked out against Reina. Jet once again pushing forward. Bhagwan retaliates. Brilliant. So far 2-1 is the scoreline. Now it's 2-2. Yeshu also steps up. Bot OP versus Unknown King. So far it's very close cutthroat. But as we dive deeper, things will change.
Yeah. How we do see Unknown King getting those first 3 frags and Bot OP trying to converge on the same. We do see the side of Bot OP taking some time to get out of the spawn area. Firstly thinking what kind of like mini pocket strats people just play around. Just like flank, trade, something like that.
Stage 2.
Interesting. Dango has got that singer. No, it's just not being that effective. Bhagwan takes down Yashu. It's in the back foot. Raise. Pretty low.
Who else?
If he swings, he gets taken down, and that's exactly what happened. 7-4. Bot OP slowly trying to build that lead. But the players will retaliate. 7-5. Still, a lot of time is left, so cannot really jump to conclusions at this point. The Dango takes down it. And right now we have a trade fire coming through. Flank being built. But that shield never really worked out. 9-6. Unknown Kings slowly trying to close off the gap. But I believe we'll have to wait for weapons like Spectres, Guardians, Bulldogs, or Vandal Phantoms at the end to come through, because that's exactly where I think Unknown Kings can pop off. They got up against Bot OP. It's not like they are very mature in terms of their gameplay. They're good enough. They do know what they need to do. They do know that they have to play on angles. They are communicating. They're trying to build trade fires. It's just that Singer is not the weapon that you can usually use effectively. So that's one of the biggest problem with Singers in specifically long ranges and mid ranges. Yeah, if it's a close range fight, Singer is viable enough. But so far it seems like that Bot OP has got every single answer to the questions coming in from Unknown Kings.
Yeah, Bhagwan. Oh, gets up the 4th one. Rage possibly getting 1 or 2 more. Dango making sure he gets on the same level. Just passing on the momentum, just keeping up the momentum on the face of unknown kings. Right now, kings need to play like just controlling the entire empire, but it's more of like on OP being more of like on the hacking play. I'm just appreciating of calling them attack. Dango gets up the fourth one. Actually, that's going to be the sixth one. Making sure the seven not get committed from the side of Dango is going to be Yashu. So yeah, right now we do see the side of about OP able to just converge onto those trades and just making sure that they are on the right of the spawning. Yeah, making sure they don't allow unknown kings to gather up the momentum and they can fire back on the equalizers. But it's more of like the final stage being in play. Now it's bot OP just reigning supreme right now.
Interesting. Now, unknown kings have to plan their attack. As it's already the final stage, we are there with just 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go with. Tempest activated. Fire rate, infinite HP, infinite dismissals. All of that are obviously a blessing in disguise for that arena. That's exactly why in team deathmatch or even deathmatch, people usually love to play arena because of that ultimate. It can actually turn the tables. Khan so far is already there with back-to-back 8 frags. Consecutive implications onto the opponent. 31 to 12. There's a retaliation that we were talking about. 32 to 12 right now. 20 frags over difference. Unknown Kings clearly on the back foot. They are trying their level best to build different angles, surprise their opponent. Nothing really is working out as Bhagwan and his teammates, they're absolutely effective.
Let's see, man. Things are kind of getting very dominating as you see here the in-game, sorry, very, I would say, dominating, I would say, from the side of bot OP, but unknown games. A little bit on the struggling side, and the overall frag difference is just getting huge one after.
There has to be a crucial play from Unknown Kings. I think with regards to timer, there is still a good amount of time left. But this ultimate of Reina, is it ever going to go down? Look at that. Constant barrage up against the opponent. Interesting. That RGX Vandal. Amazing skill to flaunt. Again a dismissal. Yashu, he has nothing to really answer back with. Look at what this Reina is doing. Just breaking the hopes of the opponent. Not giving even a single chance to the opponent. Brilliant head start. Finally, Bhagwan was taken down. That means now there's the opportunity. Now there's the window to be back in the game.
To disappoint.
Yeah, kind of slow, but a steady start. But for the Saraport OP, they have done their job. There's a huge difference which cannot be. I don't think in 3 minutes you can just like convert to 30 or 40 frags. So yeah, I feel like bot OP is gonna get this victory, man.
48 to 80. Look at that. Once again, shots taken. Timer is running low. You have to abide by that. You have to figure out a play where you can be fruitful because that timer, the clock that is ticking is pretty fast at this point. Oh my god, once again. They're just cascading down. I don't feel that Unknown Kings have got what is needed to be back in the game right now.
Yeah. We do see for a fact that things are kind of just like at this point of time things are just like being very one-sided. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it's going to be really hard for the side of Unknown Kings, and you can just see it right now. We do see Odin getting in play. Damn, dude, they just wanna win by any means necessary. There we go.
Constant barrage of bullets at this point, I would like to say. 55 to 20. Still 35 frag difference, now it's 36. You always have to abide by these numbers. You always have to figure out what has to be done. Look at Dango, he wanted to go ahead and knife his opponent. But you're not that KO, you're not Tintaro who was good at it. Yeah, he might have lost the game, but then again, he was good with regards to taking down his opponent with the knives.
Now, it's going to be side of Unknown Kings. At least getting those 22, possibly might be able to at least get 30. Even if they get at 30, bot OP is at 60 right now, so that will be at least what, double the difference of what bot OP has Unknown Kings are able to do. Bot OP are just able to just deny every gunfight being initiated from the side of Unknown Kings.
1 minute left.
Last 1 minute. And pretty unexpected, but yes, this one is a one-sided affair. There's a big difference, approximately around 39 points of a difference. So that's again a huge difference, and we can clearly see that with regards to this difference, there will be a big problem for Unknown Kings, as bot OP clearly is the one who is leading the charge, and they'll probably going to win this matchup in their name. Lovely game, lovely battle from the lads of bot OP.
Yeah. Slow and steady approach was the play coming up from the side of Unknown King, but it was more of like, oh, come on, raise, come on, you gotta get that. Yeah, I finally get some. Dango making sure he gets some of the final life hits, but that's not gonna exactly happen. That's going to be bot OP. Damn, this was a very one-sided affair, dude. Don't get me wrong, Unknown Kings were trying their level best, but it was just very one-sided.
I agree. There was no opportunity available for the sides of Unknown Kings, be it while the first stage was there, or second or third, or even the final stage. It was always the other team which was in command. So yeah, all said and done, big upsets for this attacking team. But again, this is part and parcel. If you are not gelled with the strategy, if you are not I think, well read with regards to the type of play you need to establish, or if you don't have the counter of that Reina ultimate, obviously you're going to be on the back foot. Because remember, guys, with that Reina ultimate, there were, if I'm not wrong, 15 to 20 back-to-back consecutive frags even before Bhagwan was put down. So that was amazing.
Yeah, it was more of like I would say both of our teams were actually able to get some good pretty kills in the stage one at least, but as soon as the stage two got started, it was the side of Unknown Kings. Sorry, the side of bot OP, which just reigned supreme against the side of Unknown Kings. Yes, we just saw a couple of good kills, good frags from the side of Unknown Kings, but bot OP was just able to secure up that lead coming on from their side as the stage two got just started, and they were just dropping bodies on the floor like anything. So that was that, folks. There was a six matchup for the entire broadcast, being another one-sided affair. But for now, for the next one, we have to wait for a little while as we go down for a short little break here at Alienware Gaming Saturday. Don't go anywhere. We're taking a short little break, and we're coming back for the next matchup very soon. Folks, you're back here at the Alienware and Nvidia GeForce RTX presents Alienware Gaming Saturday. And yes, we have seen, I would say, everything for today, man. One-sided affairs, knife fights, knife brawl, trolling, playing dirty, batches being way too head-to-head. We have seen everything for today. Anything else you want to see, Raider?
I want to see you getting an ace, which is, I think, not possible, maybe.
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you so much. See you next one.
It's just fun and games, guys, because you guys are enjoying the action. We are also here to enjoy a lot of action. But after seeing what happened in match number 5, I just wanted to create a little banter over here. But yeah, guys, don't worry. We are going to have some matchups. We are going to put some clips on our social media handles and all. But yeah, for now, what you need to worry about is what is going to happen on the 7th matchup, because as per the number of matches are increasing, we are getting way too closer to the grand finale as well. Which you are there if you are there in Nalasopara and Mumbai. Make sure to check out the store, the Dell exclusive store, where Hector is also there, one of the biggest giants when it comes to PHMI, latest official events, or if you talk about the streams and all. It's always fun to get insight from that particular individual. So guys, get some selfies, get some insights from him. Meanwhile, we try to see what happens in the 7th one.
Yeah. Now, all these conversation is fun in games, but when you say Raider clips, I have one clip of you playing with an operator on ASIN, trying to raid from B side to C garage. Do you remember that?
Can you just tell the date? Can you just tell the date or time, or like how many years it was?
It was not years, man. It was just like last year, like October or November.
Again, guys, people evolve. I have evolved. That's why Alienware Gaming Saturday is available. I was a struggling enthusiast at that point. Right now, I can connect those off shots, guys. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's why we saw him with a red history streak few days back from a mutual friend.
Yeah, again, guys, it's me who try to play Valorant, and then it's Bullet who is like just out there having fun, has no idea how to handle an operator. Okay,
I don't play with operator. My aim is super bad, so I just stick with phantoms and random. But anyways, folks, we got the confirmation now.
Wow.
We'll just keep the banter aside for now. We'll just jump into the game right now, folks. Let's take a look who's going to be the better two halves fighting off each other. As we know, folks, I'm pretty much sure there's going to be the round 2 games coming up in this one. It's going to be side of Whiffers facing up the side of Webbed. It's going to be side of Augie. Oh, we got Chamber here. Did you see one of the initiators, one of my favorite ones, Fade being in play? Now, can be a really fun matchup to watch for sure.
Hey, Bullet, let me know what are your particular favorite agents, because just a match ago you said Declinter, that means KO was favorite. Now it's Fade as well. Which is your favorite initiator?
Fade, Clove, KO.
Favorite means a single. I am not asking favorites. I'm just saying which is your favorite.
Current would be Clove. Oh, ouch! That must have hurt.
Clove a controller? Interesting. I want to know about initiator.
For initiator, I will still go with KO. He's a kind of like an off-meta guy, but he still gets the job done, from me, honestly speaking.
Okay, cool. Well, what I can see for now is basically Whiffers trying to take that lead, maintain a pressure upon the opponents. Oh, that Prowler. Oh, he wanted to knife? What was that? He could have knifed his opponent, but decides to switch to a ghost and then eventually put him down. There's the Sheriff available. Mixes bunch of shots. At the end, it was a Stinger that took the player down. No way. These mistakes can be costly.
Yeah. This point of time. Oh! Oh my god. Want to say that beautiful word, but I just cannot. But for now, Augie gets the side of Seductive. That's gonna be Astra trying to get some kills. Ooh, Augie with that straight up shot on the head with the martial play. And really good, I would say, setup. I would say in the stage 1 getting started in a kind of like a really good momentum from both sides. But as we proceed on to stage 2, we do see martials and stingers being available from both sides. And still, Fade is gonna just stick to that Sheriff. She knows for a fact that that one-tap headshot can do a lot of the damage if you are able to connect. So he gets the second one. But now it's going to be 13-9 as we proceed down to stage 3.
Tsunami Sheriff. Amazing skin, but at this point, Augie is here to retaliate. And being a chamber, you have to have a perfect aim because of the fact that you have High Hunter available. the ultimate. Again, it's a single tap type of weapon,
Idiot.
and you're a sentinel. I would just say this that a duelist has to have a good aim, but even better should be a sentinel because he has to be on a lurk every single round while attacking. He has to be that solo guy trying to make an opening or eventually put down that backstab. All of that has to be credible. Meanwhile, we get to say 16 to 12 scoreline. Owned is getting actually owned at this point. But there's a kill contract. Is going to take down the Fade, I believe. Yep, the Fade is in the kill contract. The shield's broken. A little bit of a damage. And finally, Seductive and his teammate are going to put the players down. Whiffers are under some pressure. Let's see what next. Look at this. The Fade is just having fun. There he goes ahead into shots.
Oh my!
Seductive still connects. That was bad for Chamber.
That was an absolute kind of like whiff that you cannot afford at the moment, honestly speaking. So they gotta think something out of this. For 17-17, the scores get equalized. Whiffer gets the lead now, 18-17. Owned. Gotta do something about this now.
Brilliant.
Stand aside.
Oh, look at that.
Got 3.
Catches the player off guard, takes him down 20-18. That's what the scoreline tells us. At first, slowly once again closing off that gap and making a big lead in the name. If it's possible or not, we'll get to know that in a short time period. But for now, it's just constant barrage of bullets going on, putting up that pressure, making sure that he attains some good shots onto the opponent. Augie. Yeah, lovely shots initially, but finally Seductive pulls him back to the spawn. Playing an Astra. To be honest, Valorant has got some complex agents, but Astra is one of the most complex agent. If you can master that Astra, I think you are a very good individual with regards to what Valorant has to offer to you. But again, there's the flash, the Prowler just completely flashed out the opponent and he was concussed at that point. Couldn't do anything. Gets taken down. There's the Haunt coming through. Brilliant play so far from the sides of Team Whiffers, but lately, with the help of that Odin, it seems like that Seductive and his teammate from Team Owned, they are trying to come back into the picture, but there's the answer to an Odin. Another Odin coming through, and you cannot retaliate in that similar fashion. The only retaliation that an Odin has is a Sheriff or Vandal shot right on the cranium that can actually stop a player who is wielding Vandal or Odin as well. But Ogi, that good wall bangable shot that came through from that head was amazing. There's the retaliation. 31-27 already.
But first, yeah, did it kind of like whiffed a lot when the entire kind of like the matchup started, and we did saw the fun and bant in the game as well. But right now they are going to lead the chart, lead the entire score line to their side, and own web dot can try something a little bit different. Rugby Ganega will go down. So wait, that's the confirmation. 32-20. It's still a couple of kills left before they can equalize and take that lead. But not a lot of time left actually. Yes, I mean the score difference not really that much. They can definitely get those pointers being in play as soon as they get the chance to do so. And then meanwhile, Whiffers can straight up increase the lead way beyond 40 frags if they're not able to just stop the entire momentum play happening in front side of Whiffers.
Charge your ults. You're finished.
Right now, it's going to be decided on. We're struggling a little bit, 29-35 now. We do see the side of Whiffers just being in lead on web, trying to find something here and there, just making sure that they can at least get a couple of more, try to just equalize the entire play, but it's looking very hard for them, honestly. Right now, it's going to be now 31. We do see a little bit of that pause. It's going to be a side of on web, making sure that they get the trade fires covered up as soon as they can. But that is something that they need to figure out. That is something that they need to like just be on that overall on the better side. On one side, we have that one team who is just being very absolutely good with their trade game, being with good with their overall picks. And there's like the side of OnRip just struggling a little bit to confirm up those I would say the frags, which is absolutely kind of like needed at the right amount of time. But overall, that was a good play happening in from both sides, and we have to just wait in for the results. But for now, folks, we'll take a short little break here at the Alienware and NVIDIA for RTX presents Alienware Gaming Saturday. Don't go anywhere because we have a great set of matches being in play, and we do have at least what if I'm not wrong about it, at least 3 or 4 matchups left for the broadcast. So for now, folks, we'll take a short little break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be coming up with a short little break coming up with the next matchups after a short little break. Well, folks, as promised, after a short little break, we are back here at the Alienware and NVIDIA GeForce RTX presents Alienware Gaming Saturdays. Now, I do have a small little bit of that update. All of the matches will be now played off stream. So if you want to check on the scores, check who are going to be the winners are. So make sure to follow the Esports Club over on the Instagram, and also make sure to follow Alienware and NVIDIA GeForce RTX for all of the latest updates coming on for the next edition of Alienware Gaming Saturday. For now, folks, that was it for today. This was Bullet. Alongside with me was Rita, joining along for all the matches. A huge shout out goes to Abhishek on the back end, and a huge shout out goes to everybody back at the TEC, handling at the event at the Mumbai Deluxe store. For now, folks, thank you so much for joining in. We'll see you in the next Saturday. Tab tak ke liye, happy gaming.